Trent Butler has the evening off, so we just told you that there is a way for you to save healthcare costs by shopping around and potentially save thousands of dollars. WIAT 42 News reporter Stephen Houck spent weeks investigating a huge disparity in medical costs in our area and shows you how you can find the best deal.
It's the kind of information that leaves many people astounded. The substantial difference in price for the same medical procedure, depending on where you get it done. Curious to get your thoughts on seeing the huge disparity.
That's shocking that it's that much difference. Obviously, shopping around is the best idea.
What are your thoughts when you see the difference in those numbers?
How can they possibly justify that?
Believe it or not, it's actually very common. WIAT 42 News researched healthcare costs at the three largest hospitals in Birmingham: UAB Hospital, Brookwood Medical Center, and Trinity Medical Center. We repeatedly asked each hospital to give us their costs for three specific medical procedures. After multiple emails and phone calls for more than a week, none of the hospitals would supply us with the numbers we asked for, nor would they grant us an interview that we also requested. Without any numbers supplied from the hospitals, WIAT 42 News found information ourselves using the Blue Cross Blue Shield Anthem Insurance database to find the cost that each hospital charges for three common medical procedures. As you can see, the differences are very noticeable, sometimes enormous. According to this medical insurance database, a simple foot x-ray costs $80 at Trinity and $102 at UAB Hospital. The cost for a brain MRI is slightly under $800 at Brookwood and Trinity, but more than $1,300 at UAB. And take a look at this. For a hysterectomy, Trinity charges $6,488, while UAB charges more than $12,000. That's a difference of more than $5,000 at a location only 3.8 miles away from the other. We actually provided these findings to the three hospitals, and they still wouldn't grant us an interview. Trinity Medical Center and UAB Hospital were the only hospitals that actually gave us an official statement. The statement from UAB Health System says, in part, hospital pricing and charges are a complex matter involving a variety of factors and must be assessed carefully. The terms charge, price, and cost have different meanings. Trinity's statement says, in part, it's difficult to determine average charges or reimbursement for surgery, such as cardiac stent or mastectomy, because the care provided varies depending on the individual patient's medical needs. Figures also vary from hospital to hospital based on acuity of patients and investments in facilities, equipment, and resources. Why is there such a big disparity, and should that concern people?
Well, from a consumer perspective, the consumer would never know this. But when you look at the size of hospitals and their overhead also accounts for how much it costs for a procedure to be done in a particular facility.
Professor Carol Ratcliffe is a healthcare expert at Samford University who spent decades working in hospitals, including 16 years as a vice president of patient care services. She says there are many reasons why medical costs are so different.
You have to look at the complexity of the organization, whether it's an academic medical center, whether it's part of a system that has, very complex services or high-tech services.
Now, Ratcliffe cautions you should never assume that the cheaper option for a procedure necessarily means lower quality health care, or the most expensive procedure will mean the best health care. Stephen Houck, WIAT 42 News, coverage you can count on.
Now, you just heard from Professor Ratcliffe and Stephen's story. She tells us the key to finding the best health care for your budget is to be well educated on the procedure you need. Some things you can do to make the most informed decisions for your medical needs include compare the costs by going to your insurance provider's website and search procedures in your zip code. Check out healthcarebluebook.com, where you can see what they call a fair price for your procedure at a medical facility near you. And finally, go to the Medicare.gov website to research patient satisfaction scores at those different hospitals. To read the full statements from Trinity Medical Center and UAB Hospital and to find those helpful links I just mentioned, go to our website at WIAT.com.